Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. So we'll sit in soul consciousness. We are going to listen Murli from Sweet Bhakti. Baba is telling, sweet children, see, but do not see, but do not see the things that you see with your physical eyes. See, but do not see the things that you see with your physical eyes. Remove your attachment from everything because it is all about to catch fire. Everything that we are seeing is destined to get burned. Question is, what incognito task of government does no one in the world know about? God's government purifies souls and makes them into deities. We are into God's government. We are God's government employee. How nice, no? So, Baba is telling God government purifies souls and makes them into deities. This is very incognito task that human beings cannot understand. Only when human beings become deities do they change from residents of hell into residents of heaven. The vices have completely ruined the character of humans. You are now doing the service of making everyone character elevated. This is your main task. Government's employee task is to make everyone character elevated and our own also. First our own, then others. Om Shanti. You understand that by saying Om Shanti, you remember your original religion of yourself and your home, but you don't need to sit in the home now. Since you have become children of Father, you will also definitely remember the inheritance of the heaven. When you say Om Shanti, all of this knowledge enters in your intellect. I, the soul, and am an embodiment of peace. I'm a child of Father who is the ocean of peace. The Father who established heaven is the Father who makes us pure and into embodiments of peace. Purity is the main aspects. There's a pure world and the impure world. There isn't single vice in the pure world, but there are five vices in the impure world. This world is therefore called vicious world, that is viceless world, while continuing to come down. So this world is therefore called vicious world, that is called viceless world, While continuing to come down the ladder from the viceless world, you descended into this vicious world. That is a pure world, and this is impure world. There is the kingdom of Ram and the kingdom of Ravan. At times they are referred to as day and night. There is day of Brahma and the night of Brahma. There is happiness during the day and sorrow during the night. The night is for wandering around. It is not that you wander around at night, but it is the devotion that is called wandering. You children have come here to receive salvation. You souls have been filled with the sins of five vices. Out of those, the main sin is the vice of lust. It is because of this vice that human beings become sinful souls. All of you know that you are impure and that you were born through corruption. Due to the vice of lust, all of your qualifications have been spoiled. This is why the Father says, conquer this vice of lust, and will conquer the world and will become the master of the new world. You should have a lot of happiness inside you. When human beings become impure, they don't understand anything. There are so many upheavals due to lust. There is such a lot of peacelessness and cries of sorrow all around. Why are there cries of sorrow in the world? At present time, because all are sinful souls. They are called devils because of vices. You have been now been made to understand that Father, that you were understand by the Father that you were completely like shells and not worth not a penny. Things that are not useful are burnt in a fire. You children now understand that nay, there is nothing useful in this world. All human beings will catch fire. Whatever you can see with your physical eyes, it is to catch fire. Souls cannot catch fire. It is as though souls are insured. Can souls be ever insured? It is body that are insured, not double meaning Bhavastri. Souls cannot catch fire. It is as though souls are insured, but insured by God. But in today's Lokik world, there is insurance also, right? So that insurance is not for soul, it is for body. But the insurance is not that they will get the same body, but they will get money. But with money, the body cannot come back. So you children have been told that this is a place souls reside up above, far beyond the five elements. All the paraphernalia of this world is created from the five elements. Souls are not created, they always exist, but they do become charitable souls and sinful souls. How dirty soul become through five vices? The Father has now come to free you from committing sin. The Father has now come to free you from committing sin. Your whole character has been ruined by vices. No one even knows that what is meant by character. The kingdom of Pandavas and kingdom of Kauravas have been remembered. No one even knows who the Pandavas were. You understand that you now belong to God's government. How nice. The Father has come to establish kingdom of Ram. What is God's government doing at the present time? It is purifying souls and making them into deities. Otherwise, where would the deities have come from? No one knows this. Therefore, this is called incognito government. They too were humans. So, how did they become deities? Who made them into deities? Deities exist in heaven. Who made them into residents of heaven? From residents of heaven, they become residents of hell. Then from residents of hell, they again become residents of heaven. You do not know any of this. So how could anyone else know? The golden age is called heaven and the iron age is called hell. You do now understand that this drama is predestined. This study is to become pure from impure. It is souls who become impure. The Father has taught you the business of changing from impure to pure. If you become pure, you will go to a pure world. Only when soul become pure are they worthy of going to heaven. It is only at the confluence age that you receive this knowledge. You receive weapons to become pure. Only one Baba is called purifier. It is to him that they say, purify us. Lakshmi and Narayan were the masters of heaven. Then, while taking 84 births, they became impure. This one, Krishna, is given the title of ugly and beautiful, Sham Sundar. But people do not understand the meaning of that. You also receive a clear explanation about Sri Krishna. They have made the one world into two worlds. There is one world, but they have made it into two worlds. In fact, there is only this one world which becomes the new and old. But they tell is two world, heaven and hell. So children are at first young and then they grow up and become old in golden age. They are very young and Sato Pradhan, the world is also new at first and then become old. You have to beat your head so much in order to explain. Hmm. For example, animal in our house, small baby kutti we bought, it will grow up. The children are first young and then they grow up, become old. Same way, the world is also new at first, golden age, and then become old, Kali. You have to beat your head so much not to explain. You are establishing your kingdom. This one also understood this, did he not? It was by understanding everything that he becomes so sweet. Oh, Brahma Baba becomes so sweet, no? Become Krishna, to whom the whole world still their unlimited love they have for Krishna. They cry in remembering Krishna, that much love. So, what did he do? The golden age Krishna nobody met. But what Brahma Baba effort he did by giving Sakash and goodness he did to the world loves him. And the love he gave to Baba, Shiv Baba. Because when we love seed, the whole tree loves us. So this one has understood this, did he not? It was by understanding everything that he became so sweet. Who explained to him? God. It was not a question of a war, it is he. God makes you so knowledgeable and sensible. People go to Shiv temple and bow their heads, but none of them knows what he is or who he is. They just say Shiv from Kashi, the one who is the master of the world, who brought the Gangas. But they don't understand the meaning of that at all. When you try to explain to them, they say What would you explain to us? We have studied Vedas, scriptures, etc. If you go to those saints and all, they will say, We have already studied so many Vedas and scriptures." You children imbibe this never wise. Those who are completely stone intellect forget this thing. Those with divine intellect now have the task of making the intellect of other divine. The activity of those with stone intellect are like that. Those who have completely stone intellect forget these things. Those with divine intellect now have the task of making the intellect of others divine. The activity of those with stone intellect are like that. They are swan and storks. A swan would never make anyone unhappy, and the stork causes sorrow. Such ones are also called devils. They have no recognition. Many vicious one comes to the center. They make excuses that they remain pure, but those are lies. It is also said that world is false. It is now the confluence age. There is so much difference. Those who lie, those who are false are the ones who come in the third grade. There are first, second, and third grades. The father can tell you which one are in third grade. The father explains that you have to give complete proof of your purity. Many say it is impossible for two of you to lie together and remain pure, live together and remain pure. Baba's Gyan, all husband, wife, anyone, even one or both came in Gyan, live together, they remain pure. But the world says it is impossible. So, because of not having any yoga power, some children cannot fully explain such an easy aspects. No one can explain to them that it is God who teaches us, and that's why it is possible. He says that by becoming pure, you become the master of heaven for 21 births. You win a huge lottery. There is even more happiness. Many children do have a pure marriage and remain pure. The deities are pure. The only one Father can make you pure from impure knowledge, devotion, and disinterest. Knowledge is at Sangam Yug. Devotion is in Copper and Iron Age. And disinterest, after the devotion finish, we get disinterest. Having also explained to you, knowledge and devotion are half and half disinterest that comes after devotion. You are you are now no longer to stay in this impure world. You have to remove your cloth, means body, and return home. Body is the costume of the soul. Now that our cycle of 84 birth is complete, we are to go back to our land of peace. We should not forget the first aspects. You should not forget the first aspect, Alpha. You children also understand that this old world is definitely to be destroyed. The Father is establishing a new world. He has come many times to establish that new world, and the destruction of hell then takes place. Hell is so huge, whereas heaven is so tiny. Why? Hell is so huge because of population. And heaven is tiny because of population. There is one religion in the new world. There's so many religion in the impure world, right? It has been written destruction through sanskar. It is to be destruction of all those many religions. Who established this religion? It was not Brahma. Brahma becomes pure from impure. It isn't said of me that I change from impure to pure. When this one are pure, they are called Lakshmi and Narayan. When Brahma is pure, they are called Lakshmi and Narayan. When he is impure, his name is Brahma. There is the day of Brahma and night of Brahma. He, so he, the Shiv Baba is called the eternal creator. Souls exist anyway, so he cannot be called creator of souls. They are called, therefore called eternal. The Father is eternal and souls are also eternal. This play is also eternal. This is an eternally predestined drama. You souls have received this knowledge of beginning, middle, and end of the world cycle. Who gave this? The Father. You belong to Lord and Master for 21 birth, and you then become orphan in the kingdom of Ravan and ruin your character with those vices. Human beings believe that hell and heaven exist together at the same time. But Baba has explained us everything clearly to the children. You are not incognito. All sorts of the thread is totally tangled. They call out to Father. We are of no use. Come and purify us and reform our characters. Your characters are being reformed a great deal. Instead of reforming their characters, some spoil them even more. You can tell this from their behavior. Today they are swan and tomorrow they become stock. It takes them no time. Maya is also very incognito. Nothing is visible here, but as soon as they go out, everything is visible. They become amazed. They listen and then they run away. They fall such a thickness. They fall with such a great force that their bones are crushed. Maya, Baba just comparing, not really falling like that physically, mentally. So this refers to quote of Indraprasth. Do you know which one should not? You do know which one should not be brought into the gathering. The one having lust or fire of vices we should not bring impure one. Having heard a little of this knowledge, they will go to heaven. This knowledge cannot be destroyed. The father says, now make effort and claim a high status. If you indulge in vice, your status is destroyed. You now understand how this cycle turns. The intellect of you children have now changed so much. Nevertheless, Maya still deceives you. You should have total ignorance of desire. If you keep one desire another, you lose everything and become worth not a penny. Maya deceives some very good Maharathi in one another way, and they cannot then climb into Baba's hut. Some children do not even hesitate to kill their father. They would also destroy their family, but they are greatly sinful souls. The Ravan make them do all the sorts of things. There is a lot of dislike. There is lot of dislike for them. It is such a dirty world. You should never let your heart attach to it. A lot of courage is needed to become pure. In order to win the prize of the world, purity is the main thing. There are so many upheavals due to purity. Gandhi too used to say, "O purifier, come." The father says the history, geography of the world are now repeating once again. Every one definitely has to come down, for only then they all return home together. The father has come to take you all home. No one can go back before the father comes. Father has come, Mahakal has come to take us back home to the sweetest, acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children. Love, remembrance, and good morning from Mother, Father, Bap, Dada. The spiritual father says, Namaste to you, spiritual children. From we spiritual children, love, remembrance, and good morning to Mother, Father, Bap, Dada. Namaste, Baba, Namaste. Shukriya, Baba, Shukriya. Essence for Dharna. In order to be saved from being deceived by Maya, do not have any kind of desire, but be totally ignorant of desire. In order for you to win the prize of the sovereignty of the world, purity is the main thing. Therefore, you need to have the courage to remain pure. Sorry. So, in order to be saved from being deceived by Maya, do not have any kind of desire. Be totally ignorant of desire in order for you to win the prize of the sovereignty of world. Purity is the main thing. Therefore, you need to have courage to remain pure. You have to reform your character. Blessing. May you become victorious and conquer Maya by constantly. May you become Sipapta, the hand over your head. May you become victorious and conquer Maya by constantly staying under your canopy of protection, of remembrance, and within line of codes of conduct. And within the line of the code of conduct. Having remembrance of Father is your canopy of protection to stay under. Remain constantly under your canopy of protection of remembrance and within the line of code of conduct, and no one would then have the courage to come under it. When you go outside the line of code of conduct, Maya then become clever in making you belong to her. However, you have been victorious countless times, for the rosary of victory is your memorial. Remain constantly powerful with this awareness, and you will not be defeated by Maya. Slogan: merge all the treasures into yourself, and you will continue to experience fullness. Merge all the treasures into yourself, and you will continue to experience fullness. Thank you, Baba. Thank you. Shukriya, Baba. Shukriya. Om Shanti.